That's right. We're starting off dancing. Dancing, dancing. Let's see. It's giving me some to make the buttons appear, blah, blah. You sure are first. How are you? Hey, Cooper. This thing is annoying as heck. There we go. Elisana, hello. TR. How's your countdown now? Jesse, good evening. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Taco, how are you? Groot, I saw your message on my video. Thank you. Taxi Driver, is that a movie? Hey, Aaron. Hi, Tony. Hey, Auden Flood, right? Auden Flood. Sometimes when I see things like that, I'm thinking it should just flow and it's actually a word and I don't get it. Hey, TJ. Hi, Victor. Thank you. Only the lonely. Whoop, whoop. Hey, Cooper. Attitude. How you guys doing tonight? Big Nasty. Hello from across the pond. Well, the Carhartt guy says, hello. Jim, I'm trying. Howdy to you too. Chris, sup? Odd and flawed. See, I knew it. I knew it. Sometimes, I don't know. Sometimes it's right in my face and whoop. Living the dream. I hear ya. Living the dream. Hey, Jeffrey. Good to see you on here. Never heard anything about those gravestones. What? Nerdy big guy. Over here, I'm great. How are you over there? Where am I currently? I'm in Kentucky. I'm going to pick up a load tomorrow and take it to Louisiana. I'm going right to the thick of it. Right to the virus. Whatever that means, right? You guys, I got this tablet thinking I wouldn't need my glasses to read comments. Well, I was wrong. Hi, Sean. I did answer your question, but I never actually said hello. Yeah, I'm not going to vape. I really thought, I don't know what I was thinking. But I wasn't prepared for like the immediate unrest that I felt. It really sort of made me anxious. And if you guys watched that, like I had to like think about, okay, I need to exhale before I inhale. It just wasn't natural. I'm not a good smoker. And I know somebody said, is there such thing as a good smoker? I think there's people that can inhale and exhale, and I can't do that stuff. Like, just doesn't work for me. All right, you guys, I'm gonna try something here. Taco, where are you? Are you still in here? Give me a recent comment. Yeah, I know vape's not good. I mean, oh, there you are. I think you have a wrench now, Taco. Try that. Is it true? Hey there, Lockout Man. How are you? Oh, there you go. Oh, see? Now, you guys, you know, I was in high school in the 80s, and we did a lot of stupid things. One of those was smoking Swisher Sweets. I will tell you what happened. My father was an attorney in the town, district attorney, and always favored very large vehicles. So I think we had his LeSabre. I think I took his LeSabre out, and there might have been like 7 or 8 of us girls that went out to this party at this cabin in the middle of winter. That's because that's what we did. And it was too cold to stand outside, so we all got in the vehicle with our Swisher Sweets, and because my parents smoke, so it's not like they would necessarily detect that. But you guys, we were so stupid. When I took that vehicle home at night, and that was back when they had like those velvety seats, the front and the back seats were like there was cigar burns all over. Like I ruined the complete interior of my father's vehicle. Yeah. Yeah. So cigars and I, no. Yo, you still with Prime? I am still with Prime. Yes, I am still a lease op. I am not canceling my contract anytime soon because I want my lease completion. So that's why I'm still in it. I'm in it to win it. Aaron, what do you do for local? Hey, Jacob from Denver, Colorado. Yeah, a land yacht, exactly. He also at one time we had a Cadillac Fleetwood. That that was like it rivals like the short yellow buses. Like that's how long those vehicles are. My dad was always of the belief that if you're gonna drive a vehicle, it might as well be big, right? Because if you're ever in an accident, you're more likely to, survive. So yeah, we always had massive vehicles until my mom went out and bought an MGB 2-seater. My dad's like, what is this for? We have a family of 7 people. I think I get from my mom, like, I'm going to do it my way. But, well, thank you. I appreciate you liking my glasses. Let's see. Johnny, you like cigars too? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I can't do it. Joplin, Missouri. Anything going on in Joplin, Trucker Little Debbie? Hey, this Trucker's Life, how are you? Now, Aaron, you probably know this. So since you haul garbage, station to the landfill, you drive it in a tractor trailer, but the jobs where they actually, drive the garbage trucks, that's supposed to be the number 1 most dangerous job. I kid you not. I kid you not. Yeah, funny enough, Big Nasty, those vehicles, oh, well, maybe they did. I remember being in our big station wagon when I was much younger. We didn't have seatbelts, but I think that when I was in high school, I think there was seatbelts, but I was always opposed to wearing them. I don't know why. 60 bucks. Fuentes, Opus. No. How long do you smoke one of those for $60? You don't come in contact with garbage at all, but I still wear my mask. Went to the landfill and say, well, I would wear a mask anyway at a landfill. I don't know about that. You've been waiting for an empty? Gosh. You're at, okay, you have a new pasta machine on the truck? You're making pasta on the truck? I'm not a pasta person, because if I ate pasta in my diet too, I would be like that. I can't eat bread either. Oh, a Dodge Monaco. Huh. You know what? When Chris and I were out in New York for Thanksgiving last year, we noticed, and the name escapes me now, but a lot of the car bumpers had this additional black rubber piece that came out on both the front and the back to protect their bumpers from getting hit from all the traffic. You guys might know what I'm talking about if you're like on the East Coast. I've never seen them until we were actually in New York and saw them. Are they going to hold the Raspberry Festival this year? I don't know where the Raspberry Festival is. I feel like I should know this, and I don't. Cranberry Festival is in Wisconsin. Raspberry? Is it? Well, I meant for like a driving position. But I could see like arborist, tree cutter, that sort of thing. So will your cigars last you like more than one smoke session or day, if that makes sense? Oh, I have a Foreman grill too. You know, I have a lot of appliances on my truck. Most of them are underneath the bunk. And between my mattress and then I have the gel top. That gel top thing is really heavy. It's so hard for me to lift up my bunk to get underneath to get all that stuff. So I tend not to use it. I tend to use like my electric skillet, my Hot Logic, and lunchbox stove the most. Debbie, you be safe too. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Don, how are you? When I was in the Dominican Republic, I was 20 years old. I bought some, Cuban cigars, and that was when still we had the embargo. I got stopped in customs in Miami because I declared Cuban cigars. See, this girl's so damn honest. It's just disgusting. So what they did, I bought this Cuban cigars for my brother. So what customs did was they said, oh, you're not in trouble, but we do have to take them because you declared them. So here's your receipt that we took them from customs. So I handed that with the this gorgeous lighter that I brought my brother. And I said, yeah, somebody else is smoking those Cuban cigars right now. Wait. You got 4 cast iron skillets in a toolbox on the catwalk. What do you need 4 of them? Are you feeding the truck stop? Oh, Hans. So, my entire wardrobe was up there. Oh, let's see. Chanhassen. Gosh, we're not very, like, in that area, it's not very good with truck stops. Chanhassen. Gosh, I can't tell you offhand. Normally when I go there, I come like straight from the house, so I don't have to take a break other than like waiting at the customer. You might be able to find like a Walmart though. I would call them to see if you can park overnight. But I think Minnesota is a little more lenient with that than some other places. So I'm afraid to use an air fryer because I don't want to smell up my truck and my clothes, and I feel like that's what that would do. Use my Instapot for almost everything. Can boil eggs. You guys, you use these on your truck with your inverter? Aren't you worried? Like I have a electric kettle that I plug in to do my instant coffee now and my tea, and sometimes I got to run my truck so that my inverter doesn't like crash out on me. Well, you guys are fancy. Panini grill, Instapot, hot plate, microwave stick, blender, process machine, no paper plates, no paper towels, cook on the truck every day. What? I'm moving in. That's all there is to it. Yeah, where's everybody today? Trying to avoid the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. Well, that would be, yeah. You won't find anything in the metro. Like if you're going west on 94, like past Maple Grove, you'll run into like Rogers. That would be the soonest, or the closest. Like there's a TA out there. If you've never been to a Quick Trip, like a Quick Trip up north Quick Trip, which is different than all the other ones. So like a KWIK Quick Trip. You need to stay at a Quick Trip. The the grocery shopping you can do is good. You can get fresh veggies and breads and fruits and meat. Yeah, I have bought filet mignon steaks from there before, and believe it or not, they were very good. So if you can get to a Quick Trip, that would be my recommendation. Oh yeah, I have do you remember Wilbert? My brother-in-law who I also trained. He's waiting on the DMV to open back up so he can take off the restriction on his license. So he took courses to get his manual, but he can't test yet because they're not open. You have a walk as well? No, I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I don't even know where you can store all that stuff. Wait, are you in a larger truck? Maybe now you're in a larger truck. Or do you have like a typical condo? Not. No, I haven't seen your cooking video. Like if you are doing massive cooking, I don't remember that. That's true. DoorDash, Uber Eats. I don't really trust anything right now, you guys. Like, I just don't. You have an ice cream machine? Gosh, why I feel like such a failure. Gosh. Hans Google, thank you for the super chat. You're amazing. $5. Hey, Alan. Welcome, welcome. 1800. I believe that's what mine is. I was just having this conversation, I think, with Recap about my inverter. Yeah, I feel like such a slacker. You guys are outperforming me with cooking. Christopher, you are at the TA on I-70 near Dayton. Sweet. How's the, how busy is it with parking? You guys, I've noticed the truck stops are a lot busier. Have you guys noticed that? Like I've been running a lot of like day hours, so trying to find parking later at night. And if I don't reserve, I won't get a spot. I just won't. Don, home sweet home. Yeah, but Don, no, I know I saw you in another live. I saw you in Lockout Men's Live where you have, can I say it? You have the virus. That's supposed to be a B. So we're wishing you well. We are wishing you well. Hey, you guys, since I'm using this tablet, and I will say, I turned on that light, but how is the picture? Is it clear? Oh, you guys are going to see all my frizzy, humid hair. Hey, Ian, you're in Utah. Nice. Hans, you were in Cali. Oh. Have you noticed the lockdown really there? Like, is it... I was kind of in and out, so I didn't really feel impacted by it. Hey, Ken, thank you. How about a thumbs up for Nene? Really, lots of spots. Wow. Usually I find I-70 through Ohio to be horrible. Like with parking. After like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, forget it. Ryan's in Pennsylvania. Oh, Groot. Groot, come on now. do you need glasses? This hair is not looking good. Oh, you're not supposed to see the gray, damn it. Pandemic hair. I know, I need to color it. No lies. I also need to replace my pinky nail. Popped off. I'm telling you, this is not for me. This is not for me. Traffic in California was light. Well, that's good to hear. Hey, Truckers Coach. Welcome, welcome. Oklahoma. Geez, I just came through there. Was it yesterday or the day before? I was surrounded by all those tornadoes. Not fun. Not fun at all. Ooh, that is sweet. Through California, a trip that takes an hour takes 15 minutes. That's what I like. That is what I like. You know what's going to be painful, you guys? I mean, it's going to be sweet when things open back up, but we are really, really going to suffer with the traffic again. You know what I mean? Because we've kind of had it pretty easy for the most part, right? The background is not good. Is that because of what I have up? Like this is the window cling? Or what do you mean by background not good? Oh, that's nice. Apocalypse says, salute to the drivers to be safe out here. Thank you very much. I would echo that sentiment. Lake Station, Indiana, David Allen. I don't know, Daniel. I think you're responding to somebody else about smoking pot. I don't know. Tim, you're in Arkansas or Arkansas or Arkansas. Hey, Bootio. How are you? Oh, you're starting with Frey Miller. Nice. South Carolina. I was going to take a load to South Carolina, but instead I going the other way. I'm going to Los Angeles, Louisiana. Oh, I hope fuel stays like this too. I filled up now Prime's price before taxes. I was at 94 cents. So I will be able to use this fuel to pick up and do my load all the way to Louisiana. So I'm pretty happy about that. Did I see Twisted in here? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Hey, Twisted, how are you? My gosh, what is this doing? Doesn't like what I'm doing for sure. You guys, I'm using this new tablet, so, you know, trying to figure things out. That's weird. Weird, weird, weird. Derek, Washington State, whereabouts? God, I love that state. $1.13. Dixie May, do you use NASTIC or anything, or how do you get such reduced pricing? Oh, yeah, Jake is in the bunk. Jake's always in the bunk. Like, he's such a, what do I want to call him? He sleeps a lot. Do you think that was hilarious? Like, I really didn't know what to expect. And I felt like that little thing was so unpredictable. So then I, like, just slightly did it after that first one. Then I slightly did it, and I was like, I felt like the tip get warm. And I could hear it like a little bit of like bubbling or heating up or whatever. But it was hard to like, because I was so new to it, it was hard to sort of control. Yeah. Oh, somebody's jamming out next to me. 54 cents in Illinois. Are you kidding me? I think Taco and I were both up there at the same time. Must have been 2 weeks ago, and I think it was when everything was still pretty high. I think it was like 86 cents. It was ridiculous. But are you serious? It's at 54? Fort Myers. Oh. Oh, and then heading back to Minnesota. Although Minnesota's been nice. Minnesota has been nice. Hans, Minnesota getting bad weather? What do you mean? Tim, who do you need to call for what? Hey, Kenworth. Hey, Kiersey. South Beloit. I like that area. I will get through Chicago, and that's usually where I will stop. Ooh. Are you trying to... I must have missed a comment, Tim. Are you trying to find a place to get your CDL? So, I know Don in here has the has the virus, and I know like a few other drivers, their like wives or girlfriends have it, or do you guys have family members that have had it, that do have it? Like Big A, his wife had it. Siobhan, who's a Prime driver, her grandmother had it. Hensley's, he says baby mama, but I suppose the mother of his children, she currently has it. So, and I have heard this before, that he made some sort of reference to like the nighttime is the worst. And I have heard that, like, for whatever reason, nights can be really, really hard on the person that has it. Don, do you find that to be true? I know you said like you're at home with oxygen, but do you find night times to be tough? Call Ghostbusters. 65 in Brainerd. Oh, wow. That is beautiful weather up there. Hey, Robbie in Miami. Hey, Vita. Hello, Jose. Very much, Jason. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm going to make a phone call on Monday, so. I wish I could come to Argentina. I would love to see that, Robbie. Did he get the virus from one of those girls in Memphis? I don't know who you're talking about. Dixie Mae, don't know a darn soul that has it. Tony, friend of mine, uncle passed away from it, and her niece has it now. Oh my gosh. Wow, Kirsty says 2 of her former coworkers in New Jersey died. They did have underlying issues, serious liver and lung issues, but still. Hey, Greg, how are the oil fields? Tell us about that right now. You're in North Dakota. Odd and flawed. Cousin in her 40s. She's getting better. Neighbor in her 79s passed away last week. Oh, I'm so afraid to go visit my mom. I just don't even want to go there. Well, Don, I'm glad you barely feel like you have it. Michael's in Bennett, Colorado. Black Sharpie pen says, I don't have coronavirus, but I'm fat and that sucks. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what you said, because I can find, like, I can relate to that a bit. Like, I feel fat. You know what? I need my reefer to sleep. So, when I sleep next to a flatbed, I feel guilty, but I need my reefer. It's just very comforting to me. And I also turn on the fan too. Hey, Tony, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Tim, should I come to Prime? I would always recommend Prime to get your CDL. I don't know. I mean, you have to figure out for yourself if this is the right time for you to come. So training, they did increase the training mileage. But right now the trainer trucks, they're doing about 2,000 miles a week. That comes from one of the top trainers in the company. It's taking longer for people to get through their training mileage. Now, I can't say that's the same for everybody, but you should plan for the worst of the situation. So if it's better for you, you're okay. But the longer you're in training, the longer you're going to deal with those types of, with that type of pay. So if you can withstand it, then I would say, why wait? But if you're not set up, with a little bit of buffer for money and the right mindset, like this is not the time to get anxious and in a hurry, because it's just not going to happen. So I don't really want to give you the direct answer, yes or no, for the timing of it. You're going to have to figure that out. I know it can be a difficult decision right now. Don says, I know I have no cough, headache, or fever ever. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Han says, Tim, many possibilities for your CDL. Yes, that is true, but he did ask about Prime. That's why I was responding. The oil fields are closed. I was laid off a few days ago. Greg? I'm so sorry. You know, it's funny because there's truckers that believe that they assume it's one category of truckers, and that's the people they see on the road, you know, taking food and grocery, or, you know, food and water and all that stuff, essential items. And there's far more sort of truckers and niches. People just don't even, I mean, truckers don't even think about this. You know, like the port's working at a small percentage of capacity. You know, there's truckers there affected. Flatbedders are affected. Tankers. I just talked to Wilbert and he said tankers are starting to slow down. You know, oil fields are closed. You know, the flatbedder chick, she was let go of her job in Alaska, weeks ago because the market crashed up there. They sent her home. Like, no joke. No joke. So it's frustrating for me to for me to see or hear when they say, you know, there's nothing wrong with trucking. No, truckers aren't affected. Truckers have it good right now. Come on. Come on. Let's see. I got to go back up here. Groot says, my friends got their CDL from a 2-day driving course or school, $600. They already had their permit. Something to consider. So they already had their permit, so it allowed them to test. See, I think that's the difference with, you have to think about what you want, right? Like Prime, they'll help you get your CDL, right? They'll take you from a permit to a license, but then they teach you how to go OTR. So it's, you know, it's like on the job training, you know, how you deal with customers, how you know, survey the truck stops, how do you find places to stop, how do you eat on the truck, how do you shower, how do you manage your time, how do you, you know, plan a trip, all of those things that come into it. You know, I think it would be hard if you didn't have somebody to at least, even if they taught you nothing, if you weren't in the jump seat or the passenger seat sort of watching things go down, that would be hard to learn on your own. If you had never been inside a truck, like, there would be a lot of mistakes made. A lot. But that is an option for sure. Robbie's almost in Utah, going to Florida. Do you have like a dedicated, do you make that run? It seems like that sounds familiar when you say like where you're at. Is that like a loop you make? Little Viking Coach, are you a car hauler, or you're talking about car haulers being affected? Because amazingly, I had this conversation with my husband. I'm like, I don't understand why there's so many car haulers on the road yet. Now, probably not as many as there were, but enough for me to take notice that, why are they on the road? And maybe they are considered essential. I don't know. But some of these were like crash cars, you know, maybe bought at auction. So I of course, my husband can't answer that because he's not in trucking. He doesn't know the answer. But just in conversation, we were talking about those sorts of things. So Fat Daddy to Trucker. How long have I been driving? What is it? It's got to be like 2.5 years now. Something like that. CDL, right? I'm almost 50, so driving since I was 14. Shh. Ryan, I finished my trading and wrapping up. Wait, I think that means training. Wrapping up my first week solo, I'd be lost without the OTR training I received. Yeah, see, so that's why, I mean, I think it's a good gig, the $600 to get your CDL, but then you got to go somewhere, right, to get that other training. So you kind of need somebody to, you know, to experience it with. Little Viking Coach, car haulers, those are lease returns and rentals. Yeah, but I don't see that being essential. And maybe I'm wrong. Trainers have no business training with under 2 years experience. I call bullshit, Hans. Nope. I had somebody that had 6 years experience and he should not have been training. But if you find a trainer that has a heart, that is there to train the actual student, they will break their back trying to get them to be as successful as they can on the truck, on their own truck. I disagree, Hans. Respectfully, of course, but I do disagree. I don't think it has anything to do with the amount of years. Tim, you're 52. Whoop, whoop. Dixie, yes, they're using the loophole for crash cars for repair shops to use as parts, and they're essential. Well, okay, so I will say my husband owns an auto body repair shop, and they are deemed essential. You're right. Groot, Twisted, I learned from the city. 4 years later, no tickets, no accidents. It's more of a common sense thing. Get out and look. Yep. Some people don't last because they can't contain their emotions. Very true. Hey, Gorilla Trucker. Thank you, Don. You agree with me? Twisted, that's true. 68 years of age, doesn't matter. Robbie, yeah, you do have 2 students on the truck with you. East to west and back. Whew, that's a tough gig. You guys, I took a picture of a, I don't know if it was a step deck or whatever, one of the flatbed type trailer, and I put it on my Instagram. I swear to God, it was a military underground bunker. It was a big brown, if you can go to my Instagram, it was a big brown thing with 2 circular openings at the top. But if you look behind, the reason why I think it was an underground bunker was because if you look behind that unit itself, it had what looked like to be a ladder. And then, you know, like when you have ladders that go into the ground, they have like the round cages so that you don't fall. So that's sitting behind it. And then it has all these other little divisionary things. I think it's an underground bunker. And it says, well, if you zoom in, the name on the thing is, why can't I remember now? I don't know. I think that's what it is. You may know what it is. I don't know. Somebody said it looks like a filtration system. Yes, Vita. Well, I've had my driver's license. I got my driver's license when I was 16. Like I wasn't missing a beat on that. But I was driving much earlier than that. Fat Daddy, you seem very knowledgeable, Miss Lady. It's something special about lady truckers. You know, I think that's a lot of the female truck drivers that I know, we put our heart into it. You know, like we understand what we're driving, and we don't forget that we're driving this 80,000 pound vehicle, whether or not it's fully loaded or not. I always think it's 80,000, and I want everybody else around me, including myself, to get home safe to my family. And I drive with that mindset all the time. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Let's see. Jose, send me a greeting. I don't know what that means. But maybe you're not talking to me. No, it's not bullshit. Yes, it is, Hans. Hey, Liam, how are you? I wouldn't want a 6-month guy training me because they still wet behind the ears. Well, you didn't say 6 months. You said 2 years. See? You said they should have 2 years. I said I call bullshit. I trained when I hit a year. That's when I went through certification. Hey, 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 how things going, Uncle Redneck? We're doing pretty well up in here. Pretty well. Trainees should have to spend 3 months in a yard truck shuttling trailers. Well, wouldn't that be ideal? I know she's not in here, but Jamie Jedi, she follows me on Instagram. And she was OTR, and she realized that that is not a gig that she desires any longer. So she is now, starting May 4th, she's going to be a yard dog, you guys. And I have not seen a lot of female yard dogs. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Like, sometimes I just sit up in front of my truck when I'm at the door, and I just watch these yard dogs just one-shotting it the whole time. And I'm always surprised by some of their setups that they can actually get it in the door one shot. Like, I'm impressed by stuff like that. No, no, I don't think that's Boston. I think it's a mix of Wisconsin and Minnesota, because that's where I'm at. Yeah. Boston, I'll take it. You ready to go mining, Nene? Am I ready to go mining? What? I don't know what that means. Charles, it looks like an ammo storage unit on that step deck. Oh, okay. So they would go down the ladder to get to ammo that would be underground? Because why would you need... Well, I suppose you'd still need the ladder because it is tall. Where do you store ammo? Like underground? Because why wouldn't it just have a door on the side of it if it stayed above ground? Right? Sometimes the things I think about, I just wonder. It goes under a hill covered in ground. Well, there we go. Don, how did you like being a yard dog? Hey, Jimmy, how are you? The single axles on the yard jockey trucks allow for easy maneuvering. I hear there's some trucks in the U.S. that have removed the double axles and moved to single. I don't know what a molehill is. Oh, you're saying when it's in there, it looks like a molehill. Interesting. The two crazy Florida truckers keep cooking and making me fat. I know, she's cooking a lot, but they have that big truck. I'm so jealous of their truck. Oh, I didn't even know you guys were in here. Hey, Janae and Shane. How are you guys? You know, I will say that I have not had to wait on freight. I will say that. I haven't always had good rates. I will say that. Today, I don't know why today, but the 3 loads that I chose from on that I could look at from the first load choice page, all miles in, $2.50 a mile. So I don't know why today, but I'm hoping it stays that way. Yes, Charles does know his military equipment. Yeah, I'm sure there's more driving. Gorilla Trucker, are you serious? You're mining for gold? Like the physical gold? Oh, Dixie May, we could have... This live could go on... Gosh, you guys, I just gleeked. Sorry. This live could go on for 24 hours if we got into that. I do think that, you know, the illness is real, but I think there's something much bigger happening that This is just trying to take our, I'm not going to go there. Anyway, I believe people are really sick. I believe people are really dying. But the government's reaction doesn't fit with what's happening. Jimmy, I'm great. Getting used to quarantine life. I don't even know what that means. Like, I'm not getting used. I mean, I am. We're always pretty much quarantined, right? But just the conveniences. I used to be able to go to nail salons. I used to be able to get my hair colored. Now I'm doing it like using Gorilla Glue on my own nails and coloring my hair in the truck stop showers. Like, if any of you guys, please have patience with us, especially if you see, females coming out of the showers. It's because we're having to do a lot of self-care that we normally could take care of elsewhere. Now we're having to do it in the truck stop shower. So I'm sorry, but that's just how it's going to be until things change. David, I had a lot of trouble driving my first 2 years. Then I got a yard truck job for 3 years. I'm back over the road now for the past 8 years and haven't had I'm sure you haven't had a problem since. That's like incredible training. Oh, Grilla, that sounds so cool. Like, can you tell us like whereabouts? Are you like in Montana? I think so too, Charles. I think there's something bigger. Kiersey, my eyebrows look manly. Man, I can't even get started with my problems. I just can't, like, I don't know. Just businesses need to start opening. Right? Right, Janae? I get it. Or is that Shane talking? I've had to do it too. Oh. Right, Dixie May? I'm telling you, I could chat with you for hours on that. Hey, Ken, how are you? Little Viking coach. I can't help you with that. Nair, maybe. JJ, what's up with you? Do you have an underground bunker? You probably do if you were military. Do you really? You're laughing. LOL. Maybe you don't. You're doing it in Nevada. I didn't know that was a big area. Nene, prime lease truck to Floridians. Do you think leasing can make $2,500 weekly after all expenses plus taxes, working 7 weeks out and 1 week home? Well, we're not hiring out of Florida. So that sort of puts that to bed. And then do you think leasing can make $2,500 weekly after all expenses and taxes? Working 7 weeks and 1 week home, or is that working 7 days a week and 1 week home? I don't know. That, first of all, we're not hiring from Florida. Secondly, consistently, no. 2,500, I wouldn't say that. By solo. Shane helped. Don't look for Kirsty in Pittston. She's hiding from everybody. Hans, you are nuts. Like, when I was on my trainer's truck, he would stop and he'd be like, we got 20 minutes for shower. And I said, who has 20 minutes? This girl can't shower in 20 minutes. Nope. I'll see you in an hour. Like, I just couldn't do it. Come on. With his hair. And I wouldn't even blow dry my hair. It was just a matter of, like, all the other things. 20 minutes. No. Fat Daddy says, Win can only control what we can control, which are the choices we make. Yeah, absolutely. And then you got to deal with those choices, right? Be accountable for your choices. Groot, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Be safe out there and stay healthy. JJ, oh, we were talking about that earlier. DMVs need to open back up. Jimmy, not sure if Prime has a terminal in or around Chicago. They have an intermodal, I wouldn't necessarily call it a terminal. It's nothing compared to the other major terminals that we have, but they have an intermodal something there. I looked into it at one point. I'm late to the live chat deal. I'm loving it this past couple months. You know, I'm telling you, like, I've really relied on YouTube and the YouTubers to keep me sane. Now, some of the stuff is completely ridiculous that I watch. Some of it's trucking related, some of it's beauty stuff. But what drives me bananas right now, you guys, I just got to say this. If you don't watch these sort of videos already, or if you've never seen them, I don't know if you even can understand what I'm saying, but people will make haul videos, right? Like Walmart haul, which means they get a whole bunch of crap for a little bit amount of money, or it's essentially you get a lot of stuff. So even during this pandemic, and now I'm naming it that because that's what other people call it, but during the economic shutdown, people are still making haul videos. What are you buying for? Why are you doing all of this shopping? I don't get, like, now I just laugh and I'm like, why are you doing a haul video? But if that's the premise of your whole channel, then I guess you got to keep your channel alive. But I'm sort of mad when I see people doing haul videos and I can't even get to a regular store to do anything. I don't know. Maybe it's my own problem and not theirs. Maybe that's what it is. Hans, I wear face paints, not makeup. Ken, you're from Kentucky and worked at Prime in 09, can make $2,000 a week now after all expenses. You know, I think, I mean, the thing is I would love to say yeah, but it all depends on how you drive, right? You got to control your costs. I don't drive 65 miles per hour everywhere I go. Some people believe that that's the best thing that they do. It's hard for me to guarantee a rate, you know, especially when I don't know what the rates are going to do out here. You know, and lease ops make a percentage of the load. So I am not comfortable saying, like, I'm not comfortable saying that. I'm just not. I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm just saying, I don't know. A lot of YouTube get it free reviews for online shopping. I'm talking about like when they go to Walmart, when they run to Aldi's, when they, you know, those sorts of things. Not like they do an Amazon haul and then they have all the affiliate links. Not so much that. When they go to a Dollar Tree. Things like that. But you're right. I do agree that a lot of them get stuff for free. I'm going back up. Gorilla says Nevada is actually the largest gold producer in the USA, second to Australia in the world. Wow. I didn't know that. I thought it was Montana. I really did. I thought it was Montana. Like, look, it's so hard to buy physical gold right now. I have invested in silver. Gosh, my kids were young. So I have lots of silver bars. But, yeah, it's hard to get your hands on physical. The physical metal. Dixie May, 3 days. I'm not sure what that's responding to. What's the benefit to lease than your authority? I don't know that there is a benefit, JJ. I decided to lease because I wanted the responsibility of having a business, but I wasn't willing to take on the risk of owning the truck yet. My lease will be up in February, and I'm ready now to own a truck, right? So I came in through Prime, got my CDL, went through training, became an instructor, did training, have been leasing my truck since I got out of training, have successfully leased my truck, and now I'm ready to purchase. So that was sort of my pathway, the stepping stones that I took. Not everybody agrees with me, but that's what I did. Charles, thank you. $9.99 coffee on me, and can't wait to see what you try next. Well, somebody told me not to try the Lysol, like was recommended in a press conference. Yeah, I won't be doing that. So I will not be trying any poisons, although you could say that vaping is poison, but you know what I'm saying. Fat Daddy, quarantine has given folks an opportunity to fall in love with themselves, which is so important. One of the laws of nature is self-preservation, then broaden your circle from there. Well, I will say that you've certainly had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with yourself. Now, not everybody deals with that the same way, right, Fat Daddy? So some people are very tormented by that. And I'm not joking, right? That's a very serious mental health issue. I happen to like me. I take myself everywhere I go. So I'm all right. I am doing fine. I do know there's a lot of things I need to work on, though, because, I mean, even more so, I've spent more time by myself. But I've also, during this time, developed a stronger network of trucker friends, so I'm really happy about that. You're doing a lot of staging for CDC loads. Yeah, you're making some good money. You are definitely making some good money. Dixie May, Fat Daddy, they already in love with themselves while they drive like they're the only one on the road now. Also one of the 7 sins. That's deep. Jeffrey, laughing my ass off at President Lysol. Yep. You know, Hans, okay, so I've been going round and round, and I've talked to people that have been in the business much longer than me. And would I love a Kenworth or a Peterbilt? Yes. Is it the best buy for a business when I want to minimize my costs, have the greatest amount of savings, the largest profit margin? No. I will probably end up buying a Freightliner. Drop the mic. I'm just going to leave it at that. This truck next to me is jamming away. I know you guys can't hear it, but they are. You hear Tide Pods are magical? That's no joke. Little kids were eating those, recap. Hans, little kids were doing that. They thought it was candy. Gold is at $17.35 an ounce in silver. Yeah, it's amazing how silver has not kept pace with gold. Sort of frustrated by that. But again, I mean, they're saying that gold is going to triple that in the next 2 years, I think. So think about that. I mean, if you can get the physical gold, buy it. It's just hard to come by. JJ, how many cars would you haul? Like you did like a hot shot? Cali has some of the lowest fuel prices? Really? I've always thought it was more like the Iowa, western part of Illinois. Stay off the vape pipe. Will do. Have a good night, Kiersey. Thanks, Charles. You too. And I will have a blessed day. I try to make that every day. We're all buildings under construction being built in a brick at a time, sometimes a therapy session at a time. Well, Fat Daddy, you are very introspective. I'll give you that. I agree with all things that you're saying. Like, look, we're, you know, we're a work of art to begin with, but we gotta do our part to maintain ourselves. And you gotta do that through self-love um and other things. Yeah, Freightliner's a good truck, Hans, but I don't know. I don't really like them. I mean, and when I say Freightliner, I don't mean like Freightliner Classic. I'm talking about a Cascadia. It makes sense, you know, from a cost perspective. It makes sense from a fuel economy. It makes sense from a maintenance. It makes sense from like who can work on my truck. I don't always have to take it to the dealership. I mean, there's so many things about it that make sense for a new owner up trying to find the right truck to break into the industry with. Okay. Would I love a Kenworth? Would I love a long nose Pete? Absolutely. Who doesn't want one of those? I just don't think it's smart for me to do it at this time. Broken dream, but at the end of the day, I'm going to break my own heart if I keep thinking that I'm going to get one of those kind of trucks, because I know at the end of the day, I won't. JJ, we don't do COD anymore. Ryan, are you in that too? In the car hauling? And Dixie trying to have intimacy over here. You know, it's funny because, okay, there's times where I will be doing like squats in the truck or just doing different things. And I can feel like it doesn't take much to get the truck rocking, right? Like I just did it. And sometimes I feel like people are looking like, oh, that, you know, they're getting down busy in that truck. Sometimes I think it's literally people moving around and they're just, you know, not having intimacy. No on the fuel prices in Cali. Yeah, I thought fuel was pretty high over there. Flatbed, I know, they do have the lowest operating cost. And unfortunately, that's, I think, why I'm going to be forced to look to that direction. Cheaper than usual, but not the cheapest. Do you drive a Volvo? I do not. I currently drive a 2019 Freightliner Cascadia automatic. Now, I was trained on a manual, so I can get down with a manual. So, like, if I get like a 15 or something like that, I could still drive it. It would take me to, you know, a minute to get used to it again, but I could do it. Barstow, Cali is 90 degrees. Ugh, yeah. I was in Texas. Well, where I was running up until today, it's kind of chilly here. It's like, I think in the 50s, which is why I had the heat on. But I had been in the 80s and 90 degree weather. Like it was hot. Hot. I was in Texas. It was hot. Beats an International. Those trucks sucks. I think Kirsty drives the International, but she's out of here now. Still determined to get into the trucking, just need the permit once the DMV reopens here in Illinois. Yeah. I'm hoping they get that done, Jimmy. Like, there's a lot of people in your situation. 85 and Ripon. JJ, only had 3 cars, but the more you haul next time, 800 to 1,500 car vans and trucks, 1,500 to 25 per vehicle. So do you have a minimum that you will do? Like, do you always require like 3 vehicles at a time, or it's not worth your time and effort? Prophet Muhammad, International is better than Freightliner. Convince me. Why? Florida with truckers. When we were at Prime, the top maintenance guy there said they see International as the least amount of any other trucks. Yeah, but I think Internationals have to go to the dealer, right? That's the same with Peterbilts. A lot of the things that you have to have done, like truck stops can't work on them, like TA can't work on them. They have to go to the dealer. Ryan, you drive a 10 car, all the logistics out of Houston. Very cool. Speaking of Houston, on my last video, you guys, at the very, very end, I announced that I have a connection. This doctor that I met in Tyler, Texas, needs someone to pull his tanker a couple times a month from Tyler to Houston. So if you're in that area, if that's what you do, and if you want to help this guy out, this doctor, he's also chief scientist, message me over on Instagram and I'll give you his information. You can talk to him about pricing and schedule and all that. He gave me a couple business cards. He asked if I could do it, and I'm like, no, can't do it. Bye, Ken. Have a good night. Hey, Lee. It's good to see you in here. Nene, you're so funny. Make those faces when you talk about driving a girly truck, auto cascading, and light up when talking stick and long nose. Oh, does it show? Yeah, I personally think I would look cool. And I actually think, here's my deal. You guys laugh, make fun of me, don't care, pretty prideful in this area. But if I was driving a long nose Pete, I would change up my appearance. Like, I would work that long nose Pete. I could pull it off. I'd have outfits to support the long nose. Just saying. And shoes. That'd be so much fun. Right now, I'm like, I feel like I'm... Okay, so say like the long nose was equivalent to like Wall Street, right? Where you can be like funky and hippie and wear all these cool things. And I feel like I'm in a call center in a Freightliner. Not to say that a call center is bad, but if you understand the huge degree of difference, I feel like I'm in a call center. Like sweatshirt, t-shirt. But if I was driving a Pete, long nose, this girl would be styling and profiling. Just saying. Not only would I need a maintenance account, but I would need a clothing account to support. Yes, I am live now. I don't know, Hans, you mentioned Mohammed said something about what kind of truck you drive backing up. Now, I have heard, because the wheelbase with Peterbilts makes it a different to back it up, right? It can be a little more challenging, especially with how large that can be. So that can be a challenge moving from like a Freightliner to a long nose Pete. They have like huge catwalks. I can barely stand on mine. So I didn't go back up and read what Mohammed said, but I think that's Wall Street Pete. Yes, see, you get it. Hey, John, how are you? There you go, Dixie. Side dumps are fun. I see a lot of those. Like, by that, you mean the trailer that does this, so there's sort of the rounded bottom ones, right? Hey, Scullator. Hello, Hem Hopper. I didn't say hello to you when I answered that I was live. Would I have to listen to... Now, here's the deal. I could really put this image in my mind. I'm driving a long nose Pete, right? And let's just say I'm going through Tennessee, and Tennessee whiskey is jamming. I'm in here jamming away. I got Jake Buddy wearing a bandana around his neck. This girl is sporting her aviators. Maybe a cool, like, tattered front baseball cap. Maybe just a really beat up cowboy hat. Jeans, boots. Oh, I could get into it. I could just get into it. Get into it. Oh, I'm so depressed when I think about what I wear driving a Freightliner. I am waiting to pick up my load, yes. Hey, Darren from Vermont. I'm what you call what am I called? A flatlander, right? Vermont is so beautiful. And I'm going to screw this up, but I did some research when I was up there for Ben & Jerry's. What's the cultural people up there in Vermont? they're so beautiful and unlike I've ever seen. But I understand I'm called a flatlander or a flat. Help me out, Darren. The girl's struggling. Help me. But thank you for coming by. Prophet says, can you back up a 53 footer without breaking a sweat? Just got my Class A CDL and I'm having a very hard time backing up. You know what, Mohammed? That's to be expected. Just because you got your CDL doesn't mean that you are going to be able to nail your backs. No. Practice, practice, practice. That's a skill to build up. Now, there's very few places that I'm challenged. I will always get it in. It may take me a little longer than I want. But most of the time when I find like, if I feel like I have an easy back, I feel like sometimes there's another truck involved that screws up my setup. For whatever reason, I don't wait, or I'm maneuvering and he jumps into my area so I don't get as much room. Then I might struggle a little more, like, you know, have a couple pull-ups or whatever. But you'll get it. It just takes practice. And the more you do it, the more confidence you get. You know, I learned to back literally when I spent so much time in the Northeast. I mean, you'll be challenged over there for driving for sure, but you learn to back in some tight spots. "25th year in October." Wow, Ryan. Recap says, I'm still learning to back. Isn't that the truth? I mean, it really is. You learn every day. Don't ever stop learning. Hey, James, how are you? Edward, Amazon Prime Inc. Is that who you pull for? Hey, Recap, you see this guy's profile pic? Edward Alarcon Jr.? Let me ask you, Edward, why do you have that profile pic? Hans has been around for 8 years. Brantley Gilbert. Yeah, I could do that. You're watering at the mouth. Flatbed driver named Leland, over 10 years, almost 2 OTR. So do you like OTR, Leland? Like, as compared to, I assume you were like local or dedicated or regional before? Trucking with Country Time. I like literally, you guys, here's the window, here's my waist. Like, that's how high my seat is. Now, let me think. I do like my seat pretty vertical, like, because I don't like having a slouchy posture. So I feel like having my chair pretty vertical is good. I don't see me ever sitting really low. Like, I don't know. Maybe I could pull that off. But I would have to find my comfort, Country Time. Like, but I really feel like I could pull that off. I mean, I don't know. I just really feel I could pull it off. Richard Parker, why have we never seen you driving? Well, Richard, because it's against Prime policy. I can't film me driving. Now, some people at Prime do it anyway, and I just don't know if they're not on the radar for Prime. I would be on the radar for Prime. Prime knows who I am, knows me by truckernaenae, and I don't want to take that risk. So, it was early on, people were like, there's no way you're a truck driver, you're a plant for Prime. And I'm like, right, I just travel to all these different states, somebody else drives me here, and I sit in the truck and make videos. How realistic does that sound? Not realistic at all. Why would I be home? Let's see. My late brother, he passed his driving test 10 years before me, and he did say a few times I was better at parallel parking than him. I know it isn't a truck, but made me feel good. Hey, parallel parking is no joke. I, Lee, am also very good at parallel parking. 36 years. Really? Just random? Do you know what that mask means, Edward? Hello, James. James, I talked about you in my last video. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you have the daughter, Jamie, that was practicing for her driving test? Is that the same? Is that the same, James? James P., today was your birthday? Happy birthday to you. You used to drive for Prime, Edward. Now who do you drive for? Recap. I challenge you to come back up our truck. You have a straight truck, right? That would probably be a little different for me. Mohammed, I did local 5-ton for a year, hated it due to labor and stress as far as doing a dozen stops per day. OTR is way easier, just less hope time. There you go. I have my student went tanker, and he's like, oh, I could never do reefer again. It's too hard. I don't want the monkey shifter. I say monkey shifter like, my motorcycle doesn't have 8 hangers, but when you have something up that high, to me it's, yeah, I called it an 8 hanger, but then I just called it a monkey shifter. I don't know what the heck to call it, but I do know what you're talking about. I wouldn't want one that high. I'd be like, what's that old cartoon with the guy that's got the brick wall and just this massive snout? You know what I'm talking about? That's what I envision. How long have I been with Prime? In October, it'll be 3 years. Oh, recap. Come on now. You can't tell us that you're sauteing zucchini and squash. It's just no fun. It's no fair. I want some. James P., because she wants to spill her driving secrets. Jimmy, I do subscribe to other YouTube trucker channels. And my selection is varied. I listen to the drama channels. I listen to the educational channels. I listen to new truckers that have been around. I listen to flatbedders. I listen to oil field guys. I listen to everybody. I don't want to be so narrowly focused that I don't know what's happening in the industry. So, and I watch female truckers. I watch male truckers. I watch, yeah. What do I have? I have a Honda Rebel. I have an 86 Honda Rebel 450. I like it. It's pink and black. It's on my Insta. Have you hit the thumbs up today? Her driving secrets are Prime controlled. 58 team. Winzard, I can go 65. I choose to go 58. There's the difference. Trucker Brown stepped off too. It's not just where it's at. Fly Truck and Kevon. I watched a little bit of his live today. He can't find a job. But how is he moving to Malibu, one of the most expensive places to live? Now, that's the last I actually saw in that video, was that he said he was moving to Malibu. I don't know how you pull that off. I'd like to know his secrets, but... And I do listen to straight truckers. That's right, 2 crazy Florida truckers, the Expediters. That's right. Oh, that didn't sound right. Kenworth, I will be moving on from Prime. Primarily because I don't feel, even if I went on the logistics side, that there is enough Prime traffic that goes through my home that I would be home any more than not. So I'm really looking to pick up freight lanes near my home. And I want to do, like, I got to figure out what my triangle is. And by that, I mean leave my house, go to a destination to another destination, and then that destination ultimately takes me home. And I just keep doing this, right? The triangle. It's my alarm. I have many alarms. But yes, February 2021, I will be leaving Prime. Thereabouts. Hopper, I kid you not. The pictures on my Instagram, I bought it last year, and I haven't even driven it. Right? Right? The sad truth about OTR is you buy toys and you can't even use them. Now, I will tell you that I was really hoping to buy 2 jet skis this summer to have for the cabin. And now with what's going on, I think that that's going to be delayed. I'm really sad about that, but it is what it is. I got to put them off. Don, you have a bike and haven't rode it in 3 years. See, that's what I'm talking about. But Windsor, your truck was probably broken in at that, right? Like, who breaks in a truck at Prime between 68 and 72? Absolutely no one. Edward, no, don't leave Prime. Why do you say that? He said he was drinking Malibu? I thought he said he was moving to Malibu. Little Vikings coach, did I hear that wrong? If I heard that wrong, people, I apologize. I don't mean to make stuff up. I thought that's what he said, that he was going to California, Malibu specifically. Janae, are you serious? We strive for only working 6 months. Now, is that with your weekends at home? Is that what you're counting towards your 6 months off? Or are you talking about like literally bang it out for 6 months and then be at home for 6 months? Because that sounds amazing. Scullator, maybe J&R Schugel. Windsor, I can't leave before that. I don't want to, seriously, I don't want to give them 20 grand. If I leave, I will lose 20 grand. That's why I'm staying. That is why I'm staying. Thank you for rooting for me. I have heard Landstar. I am looking into that as well. I don't know if I should get into my own authority because I'm fearful that insurance will be my barrier to entry. So it may be that I have to lease on to another carrier to run under their authority. But I don't want to lease on to Prime. I just don't. They don't have the freight lanes going through Minneapolis, and I promised Chris I'd be home more. Kevon, you are pulling freight for Prime through BLC? They have a lot of trucks. What are they up to? 600 trucks? Something like that? Is that true? You have lots of unopened Legos? I believe it. Kilroy. Landstar's low level. Windsor, explain that. What? Hey, Nacho, how are you? Leland, you drive for Prime? Kevon, I gotta watch his video again. Are you gonna go to the spot market, Nene? You know, I just don't know. I am educating myself about the stock market, right? Or, well, not only the stock market, but the spot market. Because I want to know everything that the freight brokers know so that I don't have to depend on them. So February's a long ways away. I mean, it's kind of a long ways away, but it's really not. But I am trying to educate myself as I inch closer and closer and closer. Nomad, I am doing well. You know what? I feel rather strange. I feel like this virus and this stuff is happening around me, but not to me necessarily. I mean, yeah, I'm feeling the lower rates, and yeah, I'm feeling extended time, but I try to take it in good stride. So I don't know. I just don't feel, I mean, other than me driving by, Walmarts are still packed. The malls are empty. Um, so it's just a weird feeling. You're like, I know that the country shut down and traffic's lighter, but it's not like I'm in neighborhoods and I see everybody at home. I just don't see a lot of the things that you would probably see if you were at home. So I'm told a lot of things anecdotally, but I'm not experiencing them, if that makes sense. Yes, yes, that is my motorcycle name, Miss Pinky. That's awesome. I was just talking to Chris today. I need to get it in to be serviced so that if I ride it this year, it'll be ready. Isn't that crazy? Kevon, I need a good regional home weekly or I'm done with this. I'm ready to live life again and not feel like I'm stuck in a truck. You know, I really try to enjoy what I'm doing over the road. I wake up every day, you know, this is what it is. I'm going to make the most of it, right? But come February, if my plan is not like if I failed to plan and I am still in a prime truck after my lease is up, this girl, you will find a whole different personality. She will not be happy. Me, I will not be happy. I can't go down like that. I made promises that I would be home more. Oh, it's not actually Landstar. It's the agents, Winzard saying. Where's Edward? Did he respond? Where is he? It is okay. So the spot market is volatile for a new owner up. If you don't know what you're doing, right? That's not my plan to come in not knowing. I am reading everything I can get my hands on, you guys. Like I'm even potentially. I talked to Recap about this, about going to freight broker training where I would actually complete the training, but then for a few days work in a freight brokerage. So I learn exactly what they're doing. I want to be on the same playing field, especially if I do have to rely on brokers. I'm going to come for them like they're coming for me. Like we're going to have some negotiations. M Hopper, I did go through the motorcycle safety course. I think I bought the motorcycle sight unseen. I had my husband go pick it up the week before I took the course. I came home, took the course, then went back on the road. And I just sort of looked at my motorcycle in the garage and went, oh, that's so cute. I can't wait. These are Mr. Magoo. These are my bunny eyes, you guys. Like, watch this. So, like, if I was watching TV and, like, reading a magazine, I can do both. These are so cool. I've showed these before. I have multiple ones. But like you're in your bed bunk reading and you know how like your glasses will like do this when you're laying on your side? Look, because I can do this and I can get my hair done and my things are not in my hair while they're coloring it. That's just like, no, I do like the bigger glasses because I have a bigger face. Insurance is $800 a month progressive. For what, though? It depends on your vehicle, right? I would love to buy a trailer, too, but I don't know. We'll see. Little Vikings Coach. I do watch James. I do. Yep, I watch him. I watch Spectre. I watch Make Sense. I watch Trucker's Coach. I watch Trucking Style Sean. Who else do I watch? I watch a lot. I watch a lot of owner ops. I watch a lot of fleet owners. Some are successful, some are struggling, some have failed. 5G, coronavirus. With a name like that, we are never meeting. What are you talking about? I'm gonna stay away from you. Unless you're going to meet me at Willie's Pub. Let's see. Do you enjoy going to the gun range during your home time? I don't get to go to the range. Like, I seriously, like, a lot of the home times I take, we leave. We leave on vacation. You know, that's when we take our cruises. That's when we go to Jamaica. There's very few times where I'm actually home and being at home. So, Snorlord has worked for Landstar. Oh, I watch Snorlord too. I forgot. Yes. I do. I watch a lot of trucking channels. 007 glasses? Maybe. Windsor, that's because he does the coaching calls. I think he's helpful. I think you take what you... Here's the deal. I think you take what you need from any video. And, I don't know. I'm a coach supporter. You know, it takes a lot of work, you know. It takes a lot of work. M. Hopper, I watched Crazy Bags. He got me so interested in joining Prime. Yeah, he was, he had a lot of, I think he had a lot of influence with people coming to Prime. Jay Gons, you know, we're all doing it. At first I was really proud, thought, you know what, I'm doing this, and then I'm like, I would be doing this anyway. You know, like, so Windsor, let's all meet at Willie's Pub. That's right. Yeah, check out Snorlord. Thing about it is authority is way to go. Why pay a company 20% to do it? Really kept all my money, self-dispatch and everything. I agree. That's my hope. My fear is that insurance. That's my fear. So far, you got any damage on the truck that may cost you money when you hand the truck back? My lease car, only a year old, and already got damage script. Yeah, remember I keyed my door? Yep. So some of the things Chris is going to be able to do, right? He does auto body repair. Some of the things he can do. But some of the things, like, I automatically expect Prime to take between $5,000 and $7,000 to bring this truck back to what they consider leasable or saleable, right? Whether or not that includes new tires. I mean, I just paid for $4,000 for new drives a few months ago. My steers are new, so they'll give me some sort of proration on those. I don't think I'll have to replace them completely. But yeah, I expect $5,000 to $7,000 worth of stuff that they'll find. Part of that will be detail cleaning. You know, it's part of the deal, unfortunately. Provost, I mean, that's my hope. Get my own authority. Dixie May, when I go home the first day, I mean, 24, like, literally I'm sleeping 24 hours, like, in bed. Like, I'll get up to go to the bathroom, I'll get up to eat. But Chris just knows, like, I'm just sleeping for all the months that I didn't sleep. I sleep for almost 24 hours straight. Reese Across America. I mean, that's a great thing that Prime does. I didn't see his video on that, but I know he was a part of that. Yeah, Florida truckers, I would agree, like, you're constantly running when you're on home time, whether it's to get, you know, appointments done or see people, or you just never get to just veg out. 5G, seriously, thank you for all you're doing for the country. Well, you're very welcome. There's a lot of truckers in here, so I tip my hat to all the truckers. And you know what? Everybody has a part to do right now. Some of us are supposed to be staying home. Some of us are supposed to be essential workers. So everybody that does their part, I applaud that. You spotted me at Springfield Terminal once and almost introduced myself, but you look like you was trying to get in on. Look, anytime you see me, I walk fast. I do everything fast. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm trying to get in and out. I I read fast, I test fast, if I really want to, I can really talk fast. I do everything fast. So please don't let that stop you the next time. Little Viking Coach, I self-dispatch, so to speak. I don't know if that would happen. I got bed and truck, so couch it is. Hello from Mercedes, Texas. I just subscribed about a week ago. I enjoy your channel. When are you coming to my town? Well, Manuel, honestly, I've never heard of Mercedes, Texas. It sounds like a place that I'd like to be. So I don't know. I don't know. You hate to hear I'll be leaving Prime, but you got to do what's best for you and your family. Makes it hard to meet you in person. You'd be surprised. I meet a lot of people that aren't from Prime on the road because they follow me. So I bet I meet more people that aren't with Prime than are. General public does not understand the energy it takes to operate a truck, and we catch our rest when we get off. Yeah, that is very true. Jason Hall, I do everything fast. Looks at that 50-mile going game bandana. All right. I'll give that to you. I'll give it to you. Well done, Jason. Well done. Well done. Make sure you don't drive fast. 5G. Jason already took care of that for me right above your comment. Rolling for time. Hello. Oh, LVC needs to put out more videos. Little Viking Coach, do you hear that? You need to put out more videos. Jason, even Flatbed thinks you're funny. Lee, if Nancy's in a rush, just jog alongside and talk at the same time. Yeah, like literally, Chris hates walking with me. He's like, can you just slow down? And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Hey, Stefan, how are you? What part of Texas is Mercedes? JJ, are you talking about my husband, Jamaica man? Or are you talking about because I said I go to Jamaica? Hey, Lawrence, how are you? I am safe. I'm in Kentucky right now. Well, M. Hopper, you know, I would love to do that. You know, what's interesting is there's so many things on my, like, want list, right? I would love to work it up in Alaska, right? Up on, like, the southern slope, something like that. Sorry about that, you guys. We sort of bleeped out. I would love to pull windmill blades. We'll see. We'll see. Jason, very true. Very true. I was on the phone with somebody today. I won't divulge who that was, but we were talking about picking up direct customers in my area, and this person's going to be able to help me out with that because they do a lot of loads in that area. So recap, Little Viking Coach has gotcha. Northern Slopes. She's on the Northern Slopes, yeah. You're right, Little Viking Coach. I talked about her. She's in Eastern Texas right now, still looking for a job. So I feel bad for her. Like, she didn't even have enough money to get home. Like, they just said, you're done. You know, it's kind of like Crazy Bags. You know, when they said you're done, they had to give him a bus ticket home or to Springfield. I don't ever want to be in that kind of position. That's an uneasy feeling, that's for sure. Oh, really? You guys go all the way to Alaska? Lee, what I want and what I'm going to get are two different things. I'm probably going to settle with a Freightliner. Why fear how much you're giving away right now? 80,000 a prime a year. Are you talking to me? I don't fear what I'm giving to Prime right now. James says, forget about the windmill blades. They have been hauling them on trains as much as they can. I'm not far from the blade plant here in Colorado. Oh, I'm sad to hear that. Smash the thumbs. Let's see. Should I be honored or scared? Right? LVC, should he be honored or scared? I wanna see that video. Leland, you should have a lot. You should have more money than to just get you home. You need to have money to survive out here. My belief is for 2 weeks, hotel or otherwise. Heads up, if you live in a rural area, there's a business startup grant you can apply for up to $150K, economic development, something or other. Google it. So you could start your trucking business up in a rural area? I don't know. We'll have to Google it. Would you, I know you have family there, Janae. Would you take a load to Alaska? Would you do that? Grant, not loan. Shoot, I keep trying to invest in my own company with the lottery too. $45 watching. How many have hit the thumbs up? I have. Way to go, M. Hopper. Sammy's first in line. I owe him one, he asked. Well, little Viking coach, you better get on it. You've now committed to 2 videos. That's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time. You guys, I'm trying to scroll up to watch these comments. Just leave it as Hopper. Okay. Will do. You guys, it's shoot, it's going on 2 hours. I really enjoy these lives, but at the same time I feel selfish when they go this long. Like, it's weird. I mean, I appreciate everybody either listening in or being interactive with comments, but I start to feel guilty after a while. Like, does she have a point? Get to it. But this is kind of like our conversation, right? This is like catching up. Longtime friends. Pizza time! Ooh, that sounds good. I'm at a Flying J. You know, I would love to have pizza order, but I'm so afraid right now with what's going on. Like, I don't want other people touching my food right now. I feel guilty for people's time, Hopper. I mean, you don't have to be here. That's by choice, right? But when I first started doing YouTube, I'm like, how can somebody talk for that long? Meaning the person that has the channel. And now I'm doing it, right? And now I feel guilty. Like, I used to watch the clock, and when it would be like close to an hour, I'd be like, you guys, we're coming up on an hour. I'm gonna let you go. And now my videos are like 2 hours. It's crazy. Crazy town. You were social distancing before it was cool, right? Lee, I cannot stand KFC. I'm not a fried chicken person. Not fried chicken at all. My first husband was from Alabama. Probably could make the best fried chicken ever. Don't like it. I still don't like it. Oh, recap. Although, recap, what's funny about this is you're having dinner, but where's my plate? You had zucchini and squash. I have nothing. Nothing. Can of Bang. Your dog's name is Bang. I don't know. That's the closest I can get. Cheers. Introverts are in control now. Introverts are loving it. They're like, what? What's the problem? Hey, Kenworth, have a good night too. The trucker-naenae show, 2 hours. All right. So much for talking fast. I can actually, when I was much younger, I spoke really fast. And when I got into the business world, they're like, look, you need to slow down. Not everybody can think as fast as you can talk. So I really slowed it down. And now I feel like sometimes I've slowed it down too much. Like, I got to find the right speed again. Royal Farms fried chicken in the world. Must be the best fried chicken in the world. I do, it's funny, Chris and I were talking about, we want to get a piece of land out in the country. We want to, well, I'm sure everybody is thinking this now, but, you know, have our own, grow our own food, have chickens for eggs and chickens for, you know, meat. But yeah, we want chickens. Don't, you're keeping people happy. Plus, we get to see others and keep up with the friends all at once. That is true. You know, it's amazing how you start to connect with people because you can see them on different channels and different live feeds. And that's how I connect with a lot of people too. Over time, as I run into them in different channels. It's kind of cool. When you think about it, it's kind of cool. It makes it for a very small world, right? I wonder why she talks fast. That and the ginseng that I had earlier. Woo! Leland, thanks for stopping by. Be safe out there. Good night. If you drop to under 20 viewers, okay to end your live. Oh, wow. All right. Exit left, everyone. McDonald's strawberry thick shake. Oh, Lee. That sounds so good. A strawberry shake. I think there's a McDonald's here. You guys, since I've been parked here, I have not gotten out of my truck. I kind of feel great about that. Because you remember earlier, I had my lounge pants on. Like, gosh, such a good feeling not to, like, feel like you need to go into the truck stop. I just don't feel it. Don't care. I mean, I could go in and color my hair, but don't care. Not tonight, I don't care. So, but it is an hour and 47 minutes and 55 seconds. And on that note, I really am going to leave. I'm going to let you guys off the hook. It's Sunday night. Chris's good buddy's son was drafted by the Green Bay Packers. I'm so proud of that kid. He played for the Gophers. I'm just really proud of that kid. So, I don't know what the heck we're doing with our Vikings team. That's the other thing I've lost touch of being out here on the road. I was so into football, and now I'm like, it's so hard for me to keep up with it. And I have no idea what our strategy is. Like, we're losing a lot of our good guys. I don't know. I don't know what Zimmer's doing. I don't know. But, go Tampa, right? Recap, I'm going to tell you like my husband. You can't call me or tell me about your wonderful dinners. Although you are also a trucker, so you're doing this on the truck. I can't be mad about that. But when my husband calls and tells me he's got all this stuff on the grill and he's living it up, I'm like, nope. Recap wearing his robe and bunny slippers. Now, I would believe that. Recap, you know you have bunny slippers, right? I bet you do. That would be so stinking cute. I know, James. I know. I just don't know if I want all of those uphill battles right away trying to come into the market myself. Not since I bought my dilly bars, Paul. I have not been to the Dairy Queen. Janae and Shane, thank you so much for stopping in and being part of the live feed. I really appreciate your time. Hey, Joseph, how are you? You guys, on that note, I just want to thank everybody for coming in. you know, some people have popped in and said they are recent subscribers, so I really appreciate your support that way. Recap the original Hugh Hefner. Oh my gosh, there's so many things I want to say about that, but I won't. Oh, recap. Leave my body's livers out of this. Buy once, cry once. Well, that's a way to look at it. That is the one, you know, I kind of like that saying. We'll see. James, we'll see. You may have me rethinking it again. I got time to think about it. We'll see. Thank you, John. Have a good night yourself. Everyone, be safe out there, no matter where you're at, what you're doing. And I mean in all respects. You know, don't be lonely if you don't have to. Reach out to somebody, talk to somebody. Check in on that person that you worry about. And, hey, John, we're just ending this. But it's nice for you to stop in. Oh, Hopper, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I mean, how could we go wrong? We have the same taste in bikes, right? Lee, I will look after myself, and Jake, of course. Jake, you know, Jake keeps me going out here. If you guys don't have pets, but you love pets, great thing to have on the truck. You know, after you get used to running your truck and all that. So, good night, James. Have a good one. And let's see, somebody just popped in. Bert, we're on our way out. Thank you for stopping in. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Be safe. You guys have all made me hungry with your Dairy Queen, your KFC, your chicken talk. Recap is selfishly having dinner by himself. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna have. All right, bye everyone.